Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the review of this Pixel 9 smartphone, and this review is going to be slightly different. In fact, I had already posted an initial unboxing overview kind of a video. If you want to know about the physical aspects and other things, watch that video. Here I'm just going to talk about my experience with the Pixel 9 after using it for almost over a week. What did I feel about it? And in fact, I wanted to answer your questions, the most important questions that I was getting regarding this device. So that's how it's going to be. And I will be also answering this very interesting question that I got from Somia. Will I be recommending this new Pixel 9 to my friends and families? I'll answer that question at the end, so stay tuned for that. And if not this one, which other smartphone would I recommend? But first, let's talk about this one. This is by Aryan, and I've got actually tons and tons of questions very similar to this one. In fact, he is asking about battery life, heating, modem connectivity, and whether will you recommend this over the Pixel 8 and sales if all the three of them are vastly improved. I would start with the last one. I will recommend, yes, the Pixel 9 over the Pixel 8 series, because the Tensor G4 I feel is an improvement, slight improvement in terms of thermals. But okay, first let's talk about the battery life on this one. And here I was surprised because I've also used the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Again, watch that video if you haven't watched it for that one. In fact, I have also made another video, dedicated video regarding all the AI capabilities of these new Pixel devices. So I won't be getting into that. Watch that video if you want to know about that AI stuff. Again, even the regular Pixel has all that AI stuff. Okay, regarding the battery life, this one has a 4700 milliamp hour battery, and I have to say the battery life was much better than what I thought. And in fact, the biggest improvement I've seen on these new Pixel devices is that the idle drain is actually very low on all these Pixels. In fact, this one. In fact, now I'm testing the Pixel 9 Pro Fold also. Here also, though, this one was actually having a very tiny battery compared to all. I'm getting very good battery life, and that is because of the very good idle drain. Idle drain is among the lowest I've seen in among the flagships, I would say. So that way I would say the standby time is very good. In terms of screen on time, again, screen on time depends on your usage, what kind of usage it is, but I would say it is fair to assume that if you were using it heavily, mostly on mobile data and stuff like that, maybe about 5.5 hours, but regular mixed usage like most of us do, sometimes on mobile data, sometimes on Wi-Fi and stuff, you can get around 7 odd hours of SOT. So about 5.5 to about 7 odd hours of SOT, and this is after a full 24 hours of usage easily. So battery life, I would say for a compact smartphone, the battery life was actually pretty good on this one. Now coming to the heating, and I think so here I was so perplexed with this. In fact, I've got tons and tons. The most questions that I got regarding the Pixel 9 is regarding the heating. And here I was very perplexed because prior to this Pixel, I was testing out this one, the Pixel 9 Pro XL. I used this for over 2 weeks. I traveled also on with this one, and this simply did not heat up. In fact, I've got this Fold also, and the Fold also did not heat up. But strangely, I would say the regular Pixel 9 gets warm considerably a lot more compared to this one. In these phones, this one and even the Fold, I was not feeling any heating, or the handset also was not getting warm. In fact, many of the Snapdragon handsets where it used to feel actually warm, the regular Pro series didn't feel warm, I would say, or hot, but this one did. In fact, when I was setting up the phone or when I was using the camera for more than 2-3 minutes, the back portion gets hot. And this railing also gets quite warm. I wouldn't say hot, but quite warm. And this reminded me of the older Pixel series. It's very similar experience what I had with the Pixel 8. So the regular Pixel 9, I don't know why Google did this. This one does not have that vapor chamber which the Pro series have, and it is making a huge difference. I thought, yes, this will get warm a little bit, but this gets considerably a lot more warmer to use with this one. Even with my regular usage, when I was not stressing at doing heavy multitasking and stuff like this, the back was getting slightly warm, and when I was pushing the smartphone, even this railing felt warm to touch, which was actually not the case with the regular Pro series of the devices. So the lack of vapor chamber is making a huge difference. So I would say yes, if I compare it with the older Pixel 8, the heating is a little bit less, about 25% of the time, but the heating is not solved on this Pixel 9 when I'm pushing it. And I don't know why Google omitted the vapor chamber on this one. It wouldn't have costed them more than $10 to implement it, but it makes a world of difference because now I've used the Pixel 9 Pro XL, and even the Fold, which is actually, I thought the Fold would get a lot more warmer to use, but see how thin this Fold is compared to even the regular one. But this also actually does not get that warm while using, and this one also has a vapor chamber, so it's not like the thickness was an issue or something. So I feel the lack of that vapor chamber is the biggest negative, I would say, for the regular Pixel, I would say, for me personally. Modem and connectivity, I did not have an issue. Again, this one is also having the new modem, so I didn't have an issue. Even that I'm using it, I used it with my Airtel SIM. Even Wi-Fi calling was fine. So that's what it is regarding these three things. Next thing, Ankit is asking heating issues and charging. Heating I've already mentioned. Charging speeds, again, I would say not the super fast, but you can get almost about 50% of the charge in about 30 odd minutes, slightly above 30 minutes, but the full charge will still take over 1.5 hours. Again, Pixels do not have that super fast charging like we see on some of the other Android smartphones, especially the Chinese ones that give very, very fast charging. That's a fact. But does it bother to me? Frankly speaking, no, because while sleeping, I was just putting these phones on charge, and morning it was fully charged, obviously, when you get up. And as the idle drain was very, very low on these phones, even in the middle of the day when I was heavily using the phone, using Android Auto, I was out of the day, it didn't give me battery life anxiety issues or something like that. Anyways, moving to the next one. This is by Ananda. Interesting question. Does the AI features on the Pixel, like the Pixel Screenshot, Pixel Studio, is fun to use? Okay, first let's talk about the Pixel Screenshots. Is an interesting thing, I would say. I have started using this one now, and it's actually a lot easier. It categorizes all your screenshots. So if you have a lot of screenshots, yes, this is definitely a I would say useful tool. I have a habit of taking screenshots of important stuff, and yes, it is helping me out. So I feel that's a useful thing. Pixel Studio, I frankly haven't used it. I just used it actually once when I made that AI video. You can check out that. After that, to be very frank, I didn't even open it on my this Fold. So again, I feel that is a gimmicky feature. If you use it, fine, but I would say day-to-day usage, that Pixel Studio is nothing that great. Then we have the Gemini Live. We can get the Gemini Live also on this one if you have Gemini Advanced. Just note that with the regular Pixel 9, the Gemini Advanced free you get only is for 1 month. After that, you have to pay almost 2,000 rupees. Whereas on the Pro series, you get that free subscription for 12 months. But yeah, even on this one, the Gemini Live works. So if you're using that, I felt that the Gemini Live was sort of a little bit more useful compared to the other AI features. You can just have a natural conversation. If you are in doubt or something, it generally answers it and you can quickly get the answer. So that way, I would say it is implemented slightly better than Samsung AI. But again, Samsung AI, I would say the integration is done a lot better than Pixel. For example, the Samsung browser has built-in AI features and all those things. And in many of the areas of some of the Samsung apps, you get direct access to AI. Here, generally, you have to actually invoke the assistant and then you use the AI feature. So I feel Samsung has implemented well within the apps, but Google, mostly it's a standalone app which you have to invoke and then use the AI feature. So implementation wise, Samsung AI does it, the implementation slightly better. But in terms of that live conversation that we have, Gemini Live, I would say this works very well on this one. But again, that Gemini Live will work on any Android smartphone if you have the what is that, Gemini Advanced subscription, to be very frank. It'll even work on the Samsung S24 Ultra, whatever phone. Anyways, moving to the next one. This is by Samantha. As much I know, Pixel is not for gaming. Spending rupees 1,24,000 and not being able to play games at constant FPS. Yes, you are perfectly correct. If you are a hardcore gamer, I will not recommend the Pixel smartphone. There's no point. If you are mainly buying a smartphone for gaming, then I don't think so the Pixel is the right one. But can it do gaming? I did a little bit of gaming. For example, I just played Call of Duty, and yes, it could play. But again, I noticed that the highest graphics setting which was available on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 smartphones was not available on the Pixel. So yes, if you're sort of a hardcore gamer, I would say even slightly premium mid-range smartphone like the Xiaomi 14 Civi or something will do the job. You don't have to buy a Pixel for gaming. Specifically, if you're a hardcore gamer, no point buying Pixel. Anyways, moving to the next one. This is by Ajnika. He's asking usual concerns about Pixel: thermal efficiency in small Pixel, weight management, and ultra wide. Thermal efficiency, I've already spoken. Weight management, I like it. I really like. I wanted to love this smartphone. In fact, I wanted to actually give this smartphone to my wife, I would say, but. So in terms of in-hand feel and the weight balance, I like it. And again, it gives that, the build quality is also good. It gives that assuring feeling that you feel it's a premium smartphone. But again, thermal efficiency, as I've told you, if you try to push it, yes, this will get a little bit warm because for some reason, I don't know, Google decided not to put the vapor chamber on this one. Regarding the camera, again, the main camera and the ultra wide camera is the same as the Pixel 9 Pro or the Pro XL. The only extra camera that is missing is the 5x one. I would say the ultra wide is actually pretty good. In fact, goes very wide. As you can see, this is a regular shot and this is the ultra wide. Ultra wide is very, very wide. But the ultra wide, there is still a color shift that I noticed even in the regular Pixel 9 Pro. And you have slight color shift when you use the ultra wide. But if you just look at the ultra wide like that, I would say the ultra wide is actually a pretty good one on this one. And the camera, again, I would say zoom also. Though this one does not have any optical zoom, for example, the Pro series will get that 5x zoom, but I felt that the digital zoom was actually doing a pretty good job. Up to 5x, it actually does a pretty good job. And this photograph was actually 8x, and see the amount of detail that you have. So I would say if you're a normal person, you generally zoom to 2x, 3x, this will do the job. But if you really want to go that crazy zooms like 10x or more, then the Pro series will obviously go ahead. One place I noticed that the cameras are a little bit different, I would say, is the front facing camera. The front facing camera is better on the Pro series compared to, don't get me wrong, it's not like it's bad on this one, but there is a noticeable quality difference between the front facing camera of the regular Pixel 9 and the Pro series. I hope that helps. Anyways, now moving to the last question. I think so this is the most important question. This is by Somia. He's asking, he says, I have one question. Will you recommend the Pixel 9 to your family members? I can recall you said that the earlier Pixel 7 and 8 you would not recommend to your family members. Somia, sadly, I would say still I will not recommend the Pixel 9 to my family members or close friends. And the reason for that is it's not a, cheap phone or something. It's about 89,000 with offers, 4,000 discount or whatever, 85, 86,000. So certainly in that premium bracket, the only issue that I have with the Pixel 9 is because of the lack of that vapor chamber. This one is still, when you start pushing the phone, this tends to get quite warm. It does not get as warm as the Pixel 8 series, but definitely gets warm. That's the only reason I would not recommend this one. In fact, I would say Google didn't launch yet the Pixel 9 Pro in India. I would say if you really, really wanted that Pixel and the compact size, because I love the size of this one. In fact, day-to-day usage also it was very, very fine. I did not have any issues. So I would say wait for the Pixel 9 Pro. That has that vapor chamber, and that will not have that negative issue that I have with this phone. That is the heating issues when I was pushing this device. But again, the Pixel 9 Pro, I was just checking, it's still not available in India. And I just hope Google India prices the Pixel 9 Pro a lot aggressive, I would say. If they really want sales, currently it's priced more than a lakh, and I feel that's just too high for that. I feel they need to price it very aggressively with offers or something. It should come down to about 90K or 85. If that's the case, then I can wholeheartedly recommend the Pixel 9 Pro series. I am actually currently testing this one, guys. The Fold, in fact, I didn't have that much expectations with the Pixel Fold, but this one is actually turning out to be a lot better than what I expected. This one has a massive 8-inch screen like this. So I will be posting a video on this one also, hopefully by next week or end of this week. So stay tuned for that. And if you have any specific questions about this Fold, do let me know, because I have been actually a Fold user. I was using earlier the Samsung Galaxy Fold 5. I'm using the Fold 6. So I will also do a slight comparison of which one. Why I like this one in certain areas compared to even the Samsung. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.